In this video, we're going to have a quick look at some LILYGO devices. So we've got the T-Embed here, and we've got the LILYGO T-Panel. So we'll have a quick look at the T-Panel first. So it's got essentially two ESP32s on the board. It's got a CAN RS485 for this one that I've got, so it's optional. And it can run off 7 volts to 24 volts. So this is it here. So it's got a nice display, a nice large display, and it's a touchscreen. So at the moment it's just running off the firmware that it came with. So you know, you can use this for if you want to do like some sort of control panel or just some sort of display to show certain things or home automation. So it's got a lot of potential. Let's unplug it. So that's what it looks like at the back. But yeah, the case is really solid. So you know, if you want something that's ready to go and all you have to do is just put your firmware in it or code, this is, you know, something to look at. So you've got some mounting holes here as well, and it's also got a little stand if you want to use it as a stand. So yeah, so hopefully I've got something, a project for this in the future. But yeah, I see a lot of potential for this one. So if you're looking for something like that, have a look at the T-Panel. It might be what you need. So the next one is the T-Embed. So this is the new one that's come out. It's the one that's got the CC1101, and it's also got a PN532, which is for the NFC and RFID. Some other things on it, it's also got IR, so it's got an IR transmitter and an IR receiver as well, sorry. So this is just for the, I think the NFC RFID, that's the antenna for it. But yeah, so the quality of the case, it feels a little bit flimsy, so it's got a little bit of give, and I don't know if you can hear it, but it's not as solid as something like the T-Panel, where it's a nice solid case. It could be a contributing factor because the case, you can pull it apart, so it's not as rigid as, you know, something else. So it's got a little bit of give that way. But overall, it's not too bad. But yeah, don't expect it to be of, you know, really good quality. And it's got a rotary encoder. So I found the rotary encoder you really need to get used to. So if you're using it, it's probably not as easy to use as something like the buttons on a Flipper Zero. So the buttons on the Flipper Zero, you just press sideways or up and down, whereas this one, you just going sideways. It does have a nice sort of feel to it, but yeah, you just got to get used to it. This is just a sort of size comparison compared to the Flipper Zero. So pretty similar size. It's a bit thicker. And it's got a smaller battery and stuff. So the Flipper Zero can obviously do a lot more. But yeah, so if you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, you know, you might want to look at the T-Embed. So currently I've got the Bruce firmware running on this, so you can actually flash it to it now. So you can do Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, you got RF for the sub-gigahertz, RFID, IR, and yeah, these ones probably don't work yet unless you actually connect it up to the ports there. So you can probably see that I've got some wires there. So I've hardwired some wires in there because I want to connect a GPS to it. So I can connect it to do some wall driving if I wanted to. But yeah, the annoying thing is it doesn't come with the connectors. So you sort of have to try to find the connector that works for it. I do have some that came in some of my other LILYGO kits, but yeah, it would be really useful if they came. Can't find it at the moment. Yeah, it'd be useful if it came with. Oh, here it is. So this is the connector that I got from another LILYGO device. So that came with the connector. So it'd be good if the kits came with, you know, that connector as well, so people didn't have to try to find it and they could just use it and connect up whatever they wanted to it. I'll just give you a quick demo of some of the stuff it can do, I'll just quickly just show something like the RFID. So just go read tag, and I've just got my Chameleon Ultra here. And if I put it up to the side, oh, it's a bit finicky sometimes. It's one of those things that sometimes it wants to work and sometimes it doesn't. So it could also be to do with the Chameleon Ultra not picking it up. So I'll try again. But yeah, it was working. So yeah, it's one of those things that it's a bit finicky. I don't know if it's to do with the firmware or the actual device, or it could be the Chameleon Ultra playing up. But it does work, and you've got the Wi-Fi, you know, the stat. So you can do pretty much everything that's got in the Boost firmware. It's just about the modules that you might need to connect. So Wi-Fi is fine. If you want to do wall drive, you might have to connect the GPS. Bluetooth is fine. RF is fine, so you can do sub-gigahertz. So if we go scan copy, and we get a remote, and it can read it. And then you can save it, and then you can transmit the signal again if you want. And you got IR. So IR is just, yeah, you can just send TV be gone if you want it, or you can just IR read, and then you can save it. So yeah, it's just a quick look at the devices. I think this probably fills the market between something like the Cardputer or the M5 Stack Stick. But I guess the benefit of this one is it has the CC1101 and the PN532, and it's also got the IR receiver, which, you know, some of the M5 Stack stuff doesn't have. And just another thing to do with the, I guess, the Flipper Zero, the transparent one that I've got here. They've just announced that they're going to do a new drop. So if you're looking at getting one of these, you can probably hopefully you can get one tomorrow. So on the 29th of November at 5 PM GMT, they're going to do a drop for these. So it's going to be another limited drop. So I got this last time. The only issue is they're only going to do it from the official stores. So if your country and you order, if you usually order a Flipper Zero and it has to come through Joom Geek, you won't be able to order one of these. It's only through the official store. So I think that's from the US, EU, and they're going to, I think they've got a new warehouse in UK as well. So you'll be able to get it in the UK. So how I got this one last time is I got it essentially sent, it was sent to the US, and I got it, what's it called, like postage forwarded to Australia. So you just have to pay a bit of a fee to get it sent back to you. So hopefully this video has been helpful. But yeah, so these are just a couple of devices that, you know, might be something that you need for a project, or just want to have a bit of fun playing with. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.